Snyder-Man, Snyder-Man, friendly neighborhood dealer man. Spins a deal any size. You got good stuff, he will buy. Hey there, here comes the Snyder-Man. Here comes the Snyder-Man. Here comes the Snyder-Man. Snyder-Man.
Hello, fellow collectors. I'm Anthony with Anthony's Comic Book Art.
And the victim.
You're the victim. I'll introduce you. This is the Kevin of the Clement.
That's right.
Is it Clement?
Clement.
We've had inclement weather, but look what showed up. The Clement of the Clement.
Well,
right?
Inclement means bad weather.
Yeah.
We all know that.
But anyway, it's not too often I get to sit down with somebody I consider a friend. We are at least friendly.
Sometimes.
We can say we do friendly deals. Yeah. And Kevin, I've known for what, going back 30 years now?
Yeah.
At least 25 years?
Too long.
25 years, actually, we've been doing business in the Bergen of the county.
Oh,
so,
Bergen.
Yes, the Bergen County. And this is the famous Kevin Clement of Chiller Theater.
I was at his house when he was somebody.
Right? And then what happened?
Well, here you go.
No, I mean, things are going well. I mean, you're getting back in the swing of things with your show. Let's talk about your show a little bit.
Well, we were taken out by COVID. Not myself personally, but my show was. We lost a year and a half of shows. It's going to be 2 years before we had the show on, which is coming up in October. 2 long years.
2 long years. Well, you're going to get back, like I said, back in the swing of things. And who's like your premier guest? You always have somebody.
Probably Anthony Snyder.
No.
I like the name.
Yeah, but I mean, other shows actually call me up. Hey, what can I do to get you there? We'll give you a free spot.
Keep you away from here.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But yeah, my Wednesday and Mondays, keep me busy with that, getting out on a national basis. And that's been a real godsend for me. Thank you, Bill Cox, and the Comic Art Fans Live YouTube channel.
Bill Cox is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, so he's
doing a great thing for the comic book.
Right, and you're a consistent customer on the show. It always pisses me off when you buy Berkey stuff and not mine.
Well,
buy what you like, yeah.
Bring more back.
Oh, so you brought some stuff today that has to do with some of the history of your show. Like I know you've had, what was it, TV Tommy?
Mike TV.
Mike TV, all right, TV Tommy.
Yeah, TV Tommy, new character.
Yeah, so you've had some of those.
He was the 5th Oompa Loompa, TV Tommy.
And who else is on that one?
This is all 5 kids from Willy Wonka, signed autographs.
All 5 of them, really?
All 5 of them.
And they were at your show?
Yes, they were.
That's cool.
Numerous times. I was actually the first show to have them all together.
That you reunited them?
Yep, back 20-something years ago.
You lose, sir! Goodbye!
I won.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite line, when he loses his mind at the kid. And this kid, what was special about this kid?
Charlie Bucket, he got the golden ticket.
Right, but what happened to him?
Oh, he became a veterinarian.
Right, he never did another movie, right?
Yeah, that was it.
He did one show, and that was it. And he's like, this isn't for me. And he went off to be a veterinarian in the English countryside.
One of the biggest fantasy films of all time.
Right, and that was kind of crazy.
He became a vet.
And he did not like it. Oh, that was the same guy, right?
Yeah.
You got the Shatner and the Nimoy. I love the Shatner and the Nimoy.
Here we go. Here's William Shatner. And here's Leonard Nimoy. I can see him too.
No, the other way,
I can see him too.
Yeah. No,
and
but
here's Spock and here's Kirk. Here's an actual autograph photo of the 2 guys. The 2 lads from the Enterprise. On shore leave.
All right, so this one's kind of cool now. Is this something that you got at your show?
No. I got this from a person out in California. He did a signing with all the kids. And it has all 7 kids' signatures on there. Unfortunately, Cammie passed away.
Oh, no.
Not too long after the signing. So
what happened to her?
She passed away from cancer.
Oh, no.
Not sure.
And then you have, what's-her-face from Lost in Space. That's the most famous one of the bunch, really.
No.
What? What do you mean, no? That's What's Her Face from Lost in Space.
No, Julie Andrews wasn't in Lost in Space.
No, well, I'm talking about the children. What's her,
you're
that?
talking about Angela, yeah.
Yeah, from Lost in
She
Space.
played Penny.
Yeah, Penny from Lost in Space, yeah.
Played Penny.
Nobody else knows who any of those other kids are. I mean, the Lost in Space stuff was the best thing.
Shlomo.
Yeah, right, okay.
Brido.
Okay. Yeah, right. Now this is something that's kind of cool and personal to you, that your friend Kirk Hammett from Metallica fame. Yeah, exactly. This is something you got personally signed by him?
He actually signed this in my kitchen.
That's cool.
He came up and I think Joe might have been there, I'm not sure. But he came up and he was picking up a painting from Frank.
The Big Deal?
My neighbor, Frank Frazetta.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a big deal. It was another thing.
Another deal?
Yeah, stop by. Kirk's been a friend of mine for over 30 years, and he's a big Frank Frazetta fan. And if you're watching this channel, you know who Frank Frazetta is. And he called me up one day and he was saying, hey, you know, Frank wants to sell any paintings, and I wound up, getting a couple of things sold to him. And then he called me up because, my dream painting is the Berserker. He goes, I would go to sleep and I would dream about that painting. He loved the Berserker as a kid. So I went and I was talking to Ellie and I said, Ellie, Kirk, would really like to buy a painting, and he'd like to buy the Berserker. He's dreamed about it for all his life. And Ellie said, keep dreaming. And she wouldn't sell it to him. She didn't want to sell it to him. She didn't want to break him up at the time. I think Ellie passed away, and then
break up the actual Conan cover paintings,
right,
is what you mean.
I think it was like 7 of them.
Yeah.
And then, Ellie passed away, and there was a whole bunch of rumpus going on at the estate, so to speak.
Yeah.
And Frank was worried he wanted to get some money up for certain things and stuff like that, because he never sold anything. Ellie would do the selling, but she'd only sell a piece a year, maybe.
And little stuff with people coming by that she didn't care about.
Yeah, she really wouldn't flood the market. I said, well, I know a guy that wants to buy the Berserker. And he goes, oh, your friend? And I go, yeah. I said, oh, he'll buy it. How much do you think he'll give to me? And I said, oh, easily give you $1 million. And he said, I'll do it for $1 million if he does it. I called Kirk and I said, want to do it? He said, I'll do it.
Do you have a reference on what the highest sale at that time was? I mean,
it wasn't $1 million. Probably wasn't even half of that.
200, 300, in that range.
It was lower.
But no Conans. No Conans had ever hit the market, right? You said that they were holding.
There was a Conan, old Conan or something like that. I think it might hit the market. The one with the gray beard and the white hair.
Yeah, no debt dealers, but no Conan.
Nah.
Yeah. So when did Robert Rodriguez enter the picture?
Well, Robert Rodriguez was in the picture before I ever got there, actually.
Oh, okay.
And he came up to the museum to see the museum, from what I heard. And he said he liked paintings, and I think it was Sorcerer of Mars. He was interested in, and Ellie gave him a price, but he didn't want to buy it. He didn't want to pay the price.
Well, now he does that show, Directors with Directors, and there's like, there's some fantastic paintings in there. I mean, he has a death dealer, right?
Rumor has it.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
One of the kids sold my death dealer. Yeah, but I only deal with Frank Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I get along good with Frank, and the other ones I don't get along.
Okay. You were on that side of that whole controversy. Let's just put it that way.
100%.
we don't need to go down that road, but
100%.
Now this is something you brought by. This is a guy that, how do you say his name? Cartel?
Cartel.
Which one? The Cartel?
It's from the drug cartel.
Yeah.
No, this is Roger Castell.
Castell, yes.
And he's the person that drew the iconic Jaws movie poster with the girl swimming in the shark coming up and all that type of stuff.
He drew that one?
He's the one that painted that.
And which Godzilla was? There was a Godzilla, right? No?
No. He did Star Wars.
He did a Star Wars?
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay. He didn't do a Godzilla?
The Jedi.
He always draws Godzillas as part of his thing. Like he'll sell Godzillas.
That's Bob Egerton.
Oh, it's a different guy.
Oh, okay. King of Godzilla.
Oh, okay, you're right. They're always in the same room at your show.
Yes.
All right, that's the difference. Yeah, I was remembering the Godzilla guy. Okay, so excellent, beautiful, nude study.
Nice clothes.
She's just got too long of feet for me.
I think we're all right.
You know. And this is somebody you've had at your show for a number of years, right? Barbara Lee?
She was the first show that she ever did was my show, Signing. Now, she did the famous monster shows back in 75, I think 76, whatever it was. She did those 2 shows, I think. But that was just as a guest of being Vampirella, the new Vampirella, the live-action Vampirella. But to actually come out and do a show where she's just signing at it for a weekend was my show.
Yeah, so she was more like a Warren Vampirella model girl, not hey, I'm Barbara Lee now.
Yeah, and that was 25 years ago. Well, she was in a lot of movies too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, great movies like Terminal Island, Junior Bonner with was it Steve McQueen?
Really? Not just kind of Skinamax stuff?
No, good stuff. She wrote a book and she slept with some of the amazing actors and Elvis.
And Elvis, wow.
But anyway, that's besides the point. You can have that.
Did she do a rating system?
PG show,
No, it's not.
but she signed all these great covers.
Yeah, that's
All
cool.
iconic covers in their own right.
And then this is something you brought me for trade. That's really cool. 2 Kevins, Stephen Bissett, 1992.
Oh, that guy sounds familiar.
Yeah. So did you have him at your show?
Yeah, he was at my show a couple of times and really good guy. Excellent artist, and he did what, Swamp Thing?
Oh yeah. He's famous in comics for Swamp Thing. Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Rick Veitch and him did a classic run.
Yeah, I think he might have also had a museum with Kevin Eastman at one point or something. Had something to do with it. But that's besides the point.
All right, so that's Monster from 20,000 Leagues or something?
Beast from 20,000 Leagues.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as the Rhedosaurus, for all you kids out there. That want to
Rhedosaurus.
learn about your imaginary dinosaurs.
Now this is cool too because, and I got a leak coming right here. That's amazing.
Did it?
Yeah, there's a leak coming in. I've been hit with water a couple times.
Wow. Of course, yeah. So let's move your collectibles over,
Yeah.
Kevin. Let's put them right on.
Yeah, right on my landlord's.
In a line of fire. Anyway, this was a T-shirt that Steve drew up for us, Steve Bissett, for our, I think, 1995 Chiller Theater Expo. Way back when.
Right.
Some 25 years ago.
And that's, early on when you were in Secaucus.
Mm-hmm.
And people come from all around. You had that bus route from Manhattan, and they would all come over for, right?
Oh, yeah. We'd always have a lot of shoplifters from Manhattan.
Yeah, right. And you'd have that tent.
Territory.
That tent.
We'd have our circus tent.
Yeah, that tent with all the.
Then we went to 2 tents.
With those, and I remember you had some great artists.
We were in tents.
Like Mike Kaluta would be there. And,
Mike Kaluta and Bernie Wright.
And Bernie would always be there. He was, yeah.
Well, what's his name? Who's Spider's dad?
Spider's dad?
Famous Joe, what's his name? He did the Green Lantern. Neil Adams.
Neil Adams.
That's it, Spider.
Oh, yeah, Spider, the Spidal or something like that. Yeah, he goes Spider. Yeah.
Come on, we're in the horror business.
Right.
I call Billy Mummy Billy Moomy. Or I call Billy Mummy.
Oh, I remember you had the kid from Land of the Giants, and I tried to be friends with him, and he borrowed some money from me and never paid me back. So if you see that guy again.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an all right guy, but he's a lost soul. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So.
I've had some horror.
Let's get him back to the show and make him pay me back. What is $2,000 from 20 years ago on compounded interest?
$2,000.
Yeah.
Wow, how much do I get for that? I bring him back.
Oh, you can have all the interest.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. You get him to pay back the interest. No, but that kid and his sister was Nellie from Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, and I booked them both at the same show. And supposedly, there were something out there that he wasn't nice to Nellie. In a brotherly way.
Wow, he was probably borrowing money from her too.
No, it wasn't that. But anyway, people were freaking out when they saw them both on the same guest list. And they said, do you know he did this to her and blah, blah, blah. And I said, as soon as I found out, I called her up and I said, hey, your brother's going to be at this show. If you don't want to come, I don't blame you. She said, no, I'm okay. That was it.
Okay. So now I showed up?
Of course, the fans they were more concerned than she was. Us fanboys are like that.
Okay. But that, you as a show producer, you have to be considerate of that. What was your favorite guest you ever had at your show? Your favorite singular, like, oh, I want to meet this guy, so I'm going to have him there.
Criswell. No.
Which one?
Criswell.
Criswell?
Chris Palmerini.
I know, that's his stage name for his dead Elvi, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I've had 3 or 4 great guests. Zachary Kugel was always my favorite.
Well, that's the namesake of your show.
Top Zachary in my books,
His TV show was the Chiller Theater, and he would host the show.
Before that, he was Shock Theater.
Mm-hmm. Now we have the guy running that show. What's he called? Have you seen that show?
What's that?
He hosts, a movie like that, sort of in the same way.
What's his name, Joe? Svengoolie?
Svengoolie, yeah, Svengoolie.
Oh,
yeah, he's kind of funny. He's all right.
Hey, I gotta listen to him sing. I'd rather watch VHS.
Well, we listen to Chris sing, so I mean that's Chris does our intros and is my musical director of Anthony's Comic Book Art.
Snyder Man.
Yes.
You know the deal, Snyder Man.
And he did another version for me of Here Comes the Snyder Man in a Beatles version, so that's going to be fun. We're going to switch that up a little bit.
Oh, I thought he sang for you know you made me cry when I saw the prices on your books.
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding.
I have the best prices anywhere. I just did a deal look at this. I just took in this stuff for a 9/2 Moon Knight. This is the kind of stuff I took in. Look at that. 9/6. Look at that. Is that the third? No, this is a solid second appearance of the Green Lantern. And this is a 9/8. Look at this. That's something that used to be in your dollar boxes.
Dave Cochran was at my show years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did he show up with those warm-ups with holes in them?
Yeah.
He always looked so disheveled, right?
Yeah, he looked like he was going to go jogging. Great guy, though.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He would do those commissions at the...
Dave Stevens was at my show a few times.
Wow, that's cool.
Rocket Deal, man.
Yeah. So that was your favorite artist that ever came?
Nah, my favorite artist is the one that didn't come.
Which one?
Frazetta.
Oh, he wouldn't come to your show?
I wanted him to come, and he wanted to come, but Ellie wouldn't let him because he was having health problems with the breathing. So she figured the crowd would be good. And I agree with her.
Yeah.
But, and then we had William Stout at the show.
Oh, that's right behind you. Look at that. Mm-hmm. I have this monster set design art for the Wizard of Oz. That's the witch's lair.
And he did our Dead Elvi poster.
Yeah, what a great guy he is. He's always, and he did my logo. He drew this for me.
Yeah.
And he's never,
he make you look good.
Yeah, right. I wanted a T-Rex of me, and that stuck.
I thought you were the green guy.
No, I got better teeth than that. Look at that butt chin. He captured my butt chin. So Zachary is your favorite guest of all time?
Well, he's my favorite. But I mean, we've had some great guests. We had Sonny Chiba at the show, martial artist, and he was in Kill Bill. Mm-hmm. He played Hanzo Hard. But he just passed away like 3 or 4 days ago.
No way.
Yeah, so we had him at the show, and I liked him a lot. I got a kick out of George Romero's wife. She was pretty cool, Christine Romero. Mm-hmm. Kelly Hu? Kelly Hu, that's the open one. Kelly Hu, she was from... was
she on First?
The Scorpion King. She played the love interest in the Scorpion King. She was on martial law, stuff like that. She was pretty cool. Tony Curtis.
Tony Curtis came to your show.
Everybody knows Tony Curtis.
That's Hollywood royalty.
Ernest Borgnine.
Tony Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis's dad.
We know Hollywood without him.
But even today's kids they're too old. Freaky Friday, they'll remember her from that with Lindsay Lohan.
Halloween.
Yeah, and Halloween. That's right. They did a reissue like of that.
The original Halloween was.
Yeah, the Halloween, and then they did the
reboot.
So let's touch back on the Frazetta situation. When did you first meet them? That you know, when that house became available on the property, and then you became very close. So when did you move in there?
I first met Ellie Frazetta at my show. She used to bring her kids to the show. She used to bring Billy to the show, and Billy's girlfriend, and a couple other people, and they'd come out and hang out at the show and check out what was being sold and who was there. One day my friend said, "Hey, I want you to go up there and see an artist in East Stroudsburg." I go, "Really?" He goes, "Oh yeah, she's great." I said, "Really? She's great?" And he goes, "Yeah, she's fantastic." I said, "What's her name?" Her name is Frank Frazetta. I said, "Frank Frazetta," and it didn't register. And I said, "Really? What kind of stuff does she do?" And he goes, "Oh, she does like, you know, barbarian stuff and things, fantasy stuff." I said, "Really?" So then I said, "Oh, okay, we'll go check it out one day." And I go home and I'm like, "Frank Frazetta?" He's thinking of Frank Frazetta.
Mm-hmm.
So I called him up and I go, "You nitwit, it's Frank Frazetta." "Oh, I thought it was Fran." I said, so we went there, and as soon as we got to the museum, so we got up to the museum, and Ellie was there, and as soon as she saw me, she knew who I was from being in the show, and she said, "Oh, I want you to meet Frank," and that was it. I stayed at the house till about maybe 3 in the morning. I watched Fire and Ice with Frank. I watched the new Painting with Fire documentary with Frank, which was great because he was like the side. You know how they had like the people talking on the back of the movies and stuff like that while you're watching? That's what he was doing the whole thing.
Oh wow! Wish you would have recorded that. That would have been special.
Amazing. The stuff he was saying was incredible. And he said, "Oh, if you ever want to come back, come back." I said, "Sure, I'll come back. Yeah, I love your artwork." So I came back again, and then just hanging out with him. And then one time we were watching the World Series. It was the Kirk Schilling with the bloody
sock, yeah.
Boo. And Frank was painting. And this is before I found out that he painted left hand then, and he originally was right-handed. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is unbelievable. Usually it's with my right hand. I said, I wish I could do that. He goes, maybe you can. And he got up on the seat, put me in the seat, put a canvas on, and said, let me see what I can do. And I just painted something on him. He goes, okay, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? And he goes, "Oh, would you like to learn how to paint?" I said, "Sure." He goes, "Look, I'm going to teach you how to paint." And that's what happened.
Wow, that's so cool.
But I'm no Frazetta, but I can paint.
Do you have any examples of your work that you'd like to show?
No, I can show you on my phone, but it died.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Right. Well, that's really special to have a relationship like that with, you know, the guy who influenced the entire industry.
Frank and Ellie were both fantastic. And I've heard a lot of people call Ellie the Dragon Lady, but usually if anybody calls Ellie the Dragon Lady, they're trying to pull something over Frank's eyes.
Right.
You know, she's very protective.
And she tried to protect him, right?
She treated me like.
You know, the big lesson I've learned in this business is that talent, you know, without the art doesn't necessarily mean that you have any sort of business sense. So.
And the kicker is when I was learning how to paint by Frank, his daughter was moving to Florida. And I was living up in a place called Clement, which was like an hour and a half away from them. And he said, "Hey, my daughter's leaving. Why don't you buy her house? You're right across the yard from me. And that way when you want you know, come over for lessons or whatever, you don't have to drive an hour and a half." I said, "Okay." That's what I did.
Wow. That's a cool story. And that's when you relocated out there?
I relocated on the property there. And then when I really started painting a lot.
Nice. That's a great story. That is a great story. Well, thank you so much for coming by today and doing some business.
For you, Anthony.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, just, you know, let's concentrate on getting that right stuff for you on a dueling deal as a comic book art.
That's right. I will only buy from Bergen.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wait a second.
Need to keep it in the family. Keep it in the mini moguls of Bergen County because you qualify as certainly as one of those moguls. Well, is Parsippany still in Bergen County? No.
I don't think so. They used to call us the Meadowlands Mafia.
Oh, yeah. Right?
That's a big name with the show.
But I'm so glad to see you out and about. This is the first time you've actually gotten out since the lockdown, and I feel special that you graced me with your presence, and we got to do some business.
I'm telling you, over the last couple of years, I want to stop back over and see you.
Yeah, well, this is what I've tried to get done, is make it more customer friendly, except for those people I just drove out the door that'll never come back.
Friendly, except for all the people who goes out the door.
God damn it!
Hulk smash.
So anyway, thank you so much for coming out, Kevin. I really appreciate it. I appreciate doing some business with you, and especially try to have what you want on doing deals at Comic Book Art and keep it in the family, all right?
Yeah, and this is dedicated to all the artists.
Yes.
No matter how great or no matter how so-so, they're doing something that nobody else is doing.
Yeah.
I mean, Frank told me, like, you could paint crap, but as long as you're trying to do something, that's more than other people are doing.
Right. I gotcha. My kid's enrolling in art school Saturday. I'm not even able to go with him because I'm doing a show. I have to work, but I'm pushing. Yeah, I'm pushing one of those artists out there, like you're saying. So, yep. So I'm Anthony Snyder with Anthony's Comic Book Art. This is Kevin Clement from Chiller Theater, and his show is coming up on
Halloween weekend this October 2021.
Yes.
We lost a year there.
The rematch.
Revenge. The Revenge of the Chiller.
The Revenge of Chiller will be happening on August, September, October, in what, like 8 weeks now? About 8 weeks?
Probably something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 7, 8 weeks now. Wow. So that's cool that we'll have the Chiller Theater back with the Kevin and the Clement and his guest list. It's always fun to come check out, so be sure to check it out this Halloween weekend at the Parsippany Hilton. Yeah, the Parsippany Hilton, that one that looks like a castle from Route 80, right?
That's not it. No, that's not the hotel. To another hotel. They'll walk in and say, "What the heck's going on? There's nobody here."
Oh my God! You moved?
Yeah, we used to be in the Sheraton.
Oh, that's the Sheraton. Yeah, from sorry, yeah.
Old Tara. We're not there no more.
No, you're at the Hilton. Okay, the Hilton in Parsippany. And thanks for being with us, and thanks for checking us out. And we'll see you next time.